Hey! It's Enrico Pallazzo!
Utah, give me 2.
Pallazzo!
Utah, give me 2.
What's up, everybody? Welcome in Pallazzo Podcast, 2 L's, 2 Z's. Your boy, Mike Virginia, joined, as always, by Mr. Michael Govier and Britton Allan, 2 T's, 2 L's. Gentlemen, how are we doing? Been a crazy week. Where the baseball?
Man, I got to tell you, morale is low at the Allan house today because school starts tomorrow. Summer is officially over. My daughters my oldest is in the 6th grade. My youngest is in the 3rd grade. So that means alarm clocks have to be set at 6:30 a.m. School starts at 8.
Wow, dude.
Things aren't looking good over here, guys.
That's a tough transition.
It really is. Summer's over. It's really sad.
Hit the
But
price right button.
That's for sure. Sorry, kids. In the South, back to school early. You also get out earlier, so it's the same time frame.
yeah,
Wait.
and they have a whole lot of breaks. Like Thanksgiving, they get a week off. There's a fall break. There's Memorial. I mean, they
It's crazy.
they go to school
Yeah.
like half the time anyway.
It's always so crazy to me now because, like, back when I was going to school, like, we had snow with like 2 inches of snow on the ground, and now these guys get off, or these kids get off school for like high wind.
Yeah,
I'm like, dude, take your ass to school and learn something.
Well, if they had 2 inches of snow on the ground in Tennessee, they would definitely cancel school.
oh no,
That's-
if 2 centimeters.
Right. Yeah.
That-
Even
yeah,
lower.
if it was 2 inches, it'd be a national emergency.
B. Henny says electric bill goes back down when the kids go back to school. Okay. Well,
Is that true?
depends on your
True.
children.
That's
Maybe
right.
his kids are outdoor kids, you know? Not every kid is just sitting inside playing video games to be Henny. Come on now. No, I don't know. Who knows? Anyways, it's great to be here. My guest, Brenton. Good to see you guys. You did a wonderful job on the trade deadline show. Right on schedule. Nailed it. Crushed it. Thanks also to Big Ben, Gentle Ben, Benjamin Chase for being on the show. And Robbie, also known as Shea Whitcomb's agent, popped in. So that was great. Check out that episode if you didn't get a chance to see it. They covered a lot of ground because there was a lot of action. I thought it was a fun trade deadline.
Very fun and a lot of moving parts, and still moving to date as we speak, because we learned over the weekend that Jack Perkins is being moved into the rotation. Everyone thought he'd be closing. That's no longer the case. Looks like he's going to be a starter, at least for the foreseeable future. He starts today. I don't know how long he goes because they will be stretching him out. If I had to guess, it'd probably be 3 to 4 innings max, depending on how efficient he is. And obviously a lot of other things too. Jacob Mizorowski hits the DL or NIL. Apologies.
Logan, baby. Logan
Henderson.
Henderson.
What's
friend
the
of the
injury?
pod.
What's the injury? Was it arm related?
It said
No.
it's like a tibia contusion, whatever that means.
Oh,
He got hit in the leg on a comebacker from Seiya Suzuki, and it's not recovering the way he thought. So,
Hey, before we get into that, can we talk about the disaster that occurred in Bristol Speedway last night? Have y'all read about this? Y'all heard about the game between the Braves and the Reds that was being in Bristol, Tennessee?
yeah, the
at the
Speedway
racetrack?
Classic. Yes.
Yeah, MLB Central did this whole thing. So they've been pumping this thing up. They had all these personalities. It was going to be on primetime with Fox. So they do all this stuff all day. And then, of course, it starts raining. And it rains and rains and rains. And 90,000 people have nowhere to go. Like this one guy stood in line for concessions for an hour and a half. And when he got up there, they were out of nacho cheese.
no.
So he just had a thing of chips, and they ran out of hot dog buns. So they just had so no cheese, no hot dog buns. They ran out of beer. I mean, we're talking about 90 wet, drunk rednecks in East Tennessee. I can't even imagine the scene just last night.
The horror, the absolute horror.
Get trusted!
Wow.
Looks like we have some questions already popping in here, guys, and
We do.
I want to knock out a couple of these if we could. Fantasy Sports says, "What's up, fellows? Should I switch any of my starting pitchers, Lodolo, Lugo, Burns, or Logan Henderson, for any of the waiver wire pitchers, which include Spencer Arrighetti, Yu Darvish, Bailey Ober, Bryce Miller?" I don't
drop Lodolo.
know. I'm gonna be honest for everybody listening. You can move on from Bailey Ober. We don't need to bring him up ever again, at least for the 2025 season. Gave up 4 runs, 4 walks yesterday, I believe, from his first game back. it's a lost season for Bailey Ober, guys. I know we're still trying and hanging on for dear life for any starting pitcher that can give us quality innings and go deep into games. But here's the thing also with Bailey Ober. Oh, look, my face is buried with this little white bubble thing. My eyes. The other thing with
You're
Bailey
like Wilson,
Ober,
the neighbor, and
from Home Improvement.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Love that show.
That was the dumbest thing. That was the dumbest show ever. That last
Yes,
season.
it was.
It
Tim
really
Allen's
was.
from Michigan, and nobody cares. That show's terrible. Sorry, everybody in
All right.
Michigan.
Bailey Ober also now has a depleted offense and bullpen now too. So if you're looking for a guy, he's going to have to be lights out even to get a win, let alone a quality start. And he's going to have very little run support as well. So we can leave Bailey Ober off. For me, I think Arrighetti is a guy that you could possibly add, but not for any of these guys that you have for your fantasy sports. I think you're solid.
I wouldn't add Ober, but I'm not going to give up on Ober yet. He just came back. It was his first start. It wasn't god-awful. So I'm going to – if I have Ober already, this is for everybody else, just a little note. It's still worth seeing what he can do here if they're going to use him, especially since they – made so many trades. There's a lot of opportunity now for him to go deeper into games because who's the bullpen made up of? But I'm not saying he's better than Arrighetti. I'd rather have Arrighetti. I never believe in Darvish. I think he's a ticking time bomb. I can't trust him enough. And Bryce Miller, I don't know if he's healthy enough either. So I agree with your points about adding and not adding here, but I'm going to keep Over in a couple leagues I still have him in.
If Arrighetti has a real good start and he looks good, I would drop Burns for Arrighetti. Like, I think Burns is going to be good, but he's just
Right.
got to figure his ERA is over 6. Like
Redraft.
Yeah, redraft. So but now I'm hanging on to him until I see how Arrighetti looks, and if he looks good, then I'd drop Burns out of that group for him.
Can I push back on you guys a little bit with both of your takes? And I respect.
What if we said no? What if we said no?
Next question.
with Ober, Gove, and I'm interested to hear your take on it. But with the offense now way worse and the bullpen way worse, and he did give up. He only went he went 5 innings yesterday. He gave up 4. What makes you feel good about Ober moving forward?
Well, it's not always about wins.
No, I know.
If you're
I'm just saying, like, in terms
quality
of
starts,
yeah,
I still think are possible. I think if he's healthier than he was, if he came back, and if there's no reason for him to stay on this team, they're done. So I assume he's healthy enough that they want to have him pitch still. Now, if he goes on the IL this week and the season's over, then I'm going to look like a fool, a total doofus. But I'm not so. Look, you got Edouard Julien's back, and they got I know Britton's gonna love this. They got Alan Roden from the Blue Jays. We like him.
Yeah.
He's not bad. So I'm not ready to just shit on this offense just yet. I want to see how it gels. You just never know. These are still major leaguers. So I'm going to be a little bit patient. This all it is just kind of a patient approach. That's all it is.
On Bailey Ober, he broke out in 2023. He had an even better 2024. So I think 2 years in a row like that, I think people are just kind of giving him a little bit of the benefit of the doubt. But then you look at his metrics on StatCast.
Oh, it's terrible.
Fastball velo, man, it's at 90. That's like Greg Maddux stuff without.
Well, he was hurt. He was definitely hurt. We know that. So I'm hoping that's the case. But if that's not what it was, Britton, then it's a lost season.
Yeah.
And then Britton, real quick, and for Chase Burns, I do agree with you from a front that I don't know what this rotation looks like when Hunter Green comes back, if he comes back. But it's him and Burns and Arrighetti are interesting for me because they both feel like sub 3, maybe 4 ERA. But Burns has got 30 Ks over 3 starts. 37 over 4. He's got 3 straight games of 10 strikeouts. So, and he's going today against Atlanta.
Maybe.
I can't drop a guy like that now, but it's gonna be interesting to see what it looks like when Hunter Green comes back, which I have no idea what the status on him is.
Yeah, I like Chase Burns too, but look, his ERA is 6.2.
Yeah.
And so so you get strikeouts, but then your ERA gets blown to hell. Like so you're right back where you started,
Right.
And his whip is 1.5. Like you can't, like that's too much damage for 0 wins. And the only thing you're getting is Ks, right?
Right.
And everywhere else,
Hunter Green is going to be back.
and it's everywhere else. It's actively hurting you. So I like Chase Burns a lot. Don't get me wrong. I think he's going to be real good, but he'll figure it out. But
isn't that what Spencer Arrighetti is though too?
That's a good question. Like, I haven't looked at Spencer Arrighetti in the minors. I don't know how his rehab
No,
started.
Spencer Arrighetti had an excellent year last year. He had major double-digit K games. His ERA was much lower in WHIP. He proved himself at a season of MLB already. So that's the difference right now for sure between those two. Who gets out? Who goes from this rotation? Are they going to a 6-man because they traded for Zach Little? So are they thinking? Okay. Hunter Green's coming back. He's going to be back. Okay, so then it's. Who's out? Or is it a 6-man? He's not even in the rotation now, according to Fangraphs here. I mean, we got Lodolo, Little, Abbott, Singer, and Burns. They acquired Singer in the offseason. I think Andrew Abbott's a lost cause now, in my opinion, but I don't know what they do here. This is baffling.
They probably go 6-man or they remove Chase Burns, honestly, and limit his. If they're out of it and it's looking grim for their playoff chances, I could see Chase Burns getting sent back down or them shutting him down.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's going to be an interesting thing to watch because if you have Chase Burns and you're riding him into the head-to-head playoffs, I don't know if he's got an opportunity or not. I'm scared.
Yeah, it's true. Harry Brooks says, hold on to Vinny P or drop him for Andrew Vaughn. Redraft head-to-head points. I'm holding Vinny, but I don't know. What do you guys think?
Is he terrible now?
No. I think he's been solid. I think Andrew Vaughn's just extremely hot right now.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Yeah, this is really a Carpe Diem situation. It's redraft. So, yeah, I would drop Vinny P. He's not that special. And Andrew Vaughn's heating up. But I would drop them both for warming Bernabel.
Oh, boy.
The hottest hitter in the major leagues. Warming.
Coors.
Coors, that's exactly right. Pop open a Coors and enjoy some warming Bernabel. He's having a Nick Kurtz type situation, hot streak. Look at his numbers, dude. Look at his numbers. Like, it's undeniable. He's the best hitter in baseball. For Colorado Rockies, warming Bernabel.
We do have to give Chad credit on that because Chad was getting on our case on a show recently in the last week or two about warming Bernabel's up. This guy's different than the other prospects. So full credit to Chad, at least this far. He's got 3 dongs. Does he have more than 3 dongs? Is this not updated? I don't know on the pitcher list graphs that we usually look at, but
global warming. Shout out, F. That's hilarious.
Global warming. Love it.
There you go.
Yeah, he's off to a hot start. You obviously pick him up and take him for a spin and see what happens.
He's like that Reds hitter, Aquarius. Remember Aristotle Aquarius?
Aristides Aquino. Actually,
he had that crazy stance, remember?
Yeah, he had that hot run in the last 2 months of the season. It was amazing.
Yeah.
In fact, I have a Patreon award I've been doing the last few years. It's called the Aristides Aquino Tribute Award for the player who's most likely to be that guy the last 2 months of the year. So that's a lot of fun.
I nominate Warming for the Aristotle Akides award. I think
he's got to be on the list. You're right. He definitely is going to be nominated.
I'm like, warm is in the name.
Says it all.
There you go.
Bernabel. And he sounds like a major nerd, but he can hit.
What do you think here, Gov? Are you holding Vinny or are you dropping him for Andrew Vaughn?
You know, the White Sox are better this year. Uncle Ted went too far with his bet. That bet's dead, by the way. You owe me, Uncle Ted. Was it $100? But
yeah, Andrew Vaughn's of the Brewers, by the way.
No, I know that. I'm telling a story here, my friend.
Got it. Okay, sorry. Just make sure you have all the info.
Thank you very much. Vaughn gets dealt by a team that's playing better for Salei, and then he gets called up and he just takes off for the Brewers immediately, and he's been absolutely fantastic. Former first-round pick. This is why he was a first-round pick? I guess so. I mean, look at this. Home runs, home runs, home runs, home runs. It's a great park to hit in at home. The Brewers are a playoff team. I just... How long can this last? You know, how long is this? This has got to cool down in a little bit. But if it doesn't, if it's an Aristides Aquino situation, then you got to add him. I just don't like dropping Vinny P. I still like him, but if this is a shallower league, then fine.
Yep. More context, obviously, more important here. Obviously, give us a little bit of better of an answer. But looks like we're split there. Hopefully, that helps you there, Harry. The law firm, I should say.
Harry.
Another question from Fantasy Sports. Start Lugo at Toronto or Logan Henderson at Washington. I think you go by a different name on Twitter, Fantasy Sports, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. I thought
give me Logan, baby, and I like Lugo, but. Yeah, I'll take Logan Henderson. He'll strike out some of those Nationals. What do you think, Mr. Govier? Lugo or Henderson?
Toronto just is a machine. This is, I mean, Mike, you can't. It's got to be stunning for you in that division. Like Toronto just dominating now. They're amazing. They can't lose. Everything's going their way. It's
Kevin
like
Gosman looks good. Up is down, black is white. Cats and dogs living together.
Golden horseshoes up their asses, completely up their asses.
You guys are so up your
own asses.
But like the thing is, Seth Lugo's reliable. So I mean, what do you need? Do you just want someone you can trust? You want to keep your ratios low? What's your focus here, fantasy sports? If it's strikeouts, yeah, go ahead. Try Logan Henderson, Washington. They're dead inside. But I still like Lugo. He's consistent.
Yeah, I go Henderson. It's not particularly close here for me. Lugo's not really somebody unless you're like, it's a bad matchup. He's not really a strikeout pitcher. Henderson's got the K upside as well as facing a Washington Nationals team. I think it's got to be Henderson here.
Lugo's got a 3 ERA in 118 innings this year. It's pretty damn good.
Yeah, ratios Lugo. So like Gov's point, if you need strikeouts, Henderson, ratios, I'd go Lugo. He's rock solid. And
Brewers win though. They're Kansas City.
Kansas City's playing better. They're hanging in there. They're hanging.
Yeah, they got Mike Yastrzemski. Sweet.
Hit a home run.
Trade ever.
Hit a home run in his first game. Good for him.
Of course he will. He'll always tease you, be like, I might be good. I might be good. And then you add him and you're like, oh, wait, he's not good.
Yeah, he's like a poor man's Brian Reynolds or something.
Great job.
I want to bring up Uncle Ted's question here because this will get brought up multiple times. I feel like with Perkins now in the starting rotation, does that might make Michael Kelly the closer? Shawn Nukem got the save the other day there, guys. So with Perkins going in there, I'm avoiding anybody in Oakland's bullpen. I'd rather just pick up a guy like Brian Abreu and just get the Ks and the ratios. I think that's going to be a carousel for one. And number two, nobody really has closer stuff in that bullpen for me. It was Perkins, but now that he's in the rotation, I think I'd just rather avoid. But if I had to pick and I'm specking on somebody, I think I'd go Michael Kelly. But noting that they will use Shawn Nukem if they have a lot of lefties coming up in the order. And if you're watching this on YouTube, you can see here Govs has a closer monkey who has Shawn Nukem and then Michael Kelly and then Alvarado third. I actually think I like Alvarado the best of this group, guys. Britton, what do you think?
Yeah, I would probably go Kelly. Newcomb's a lefty, and so I think they're going to keep him depending on who's coming up. So I would pick up Kelly. But first, you got to go check to see if Randy Rodriguez is available. If he's not available, you go check to see if JoJo Romero's available. If he's not available, go see if Corbin Martin's available.
Full credit to Mike Virginia.
Jose Ferrer?
No. Cole Henry.
Cole Sands?
Cole Henry in Washington is the guy. I want everyone to know that now. I want to be on the record. I've been holding him for a long time in some other leagues, expecting him when Finnegan got dealt to get this job, and I'm going to stick by it. We'll see how that plays out. But full credit to Mike Virginia. He was locked in on Randy Rodriguez as the eventual closer. He stuck to his guns for months, and now he is officially the closer monkey of the Pallazzo podcast.
Was a little dicey there. And extra innings there with the Mets. Obviously they start with the guy on second, but had the bases loaded at one point. He hit somebody, hit Lindor in the calf, I think. And I think he walked another, or it was a hit, something like that.
This is funny. Jim Kelly in 2025 would rack up more saves for the A's than Mike. He still has a gun. Wow. Okay.
Wait, I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't get it. Jim Kelly's an amazing closer who should be on the A's. I think they should sign him. I mean, he survived cancer like 4 times. Is he still alive? Is he dead? Am I an asshole right now? I hope he's not dead.
I don't know.
I have a story about him.
Oh!
We're talking about the quarterback, Jim Kelly, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. USFL turned good to the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, never mind. I can't tell that story.
What a tease that is.
Yeah,
I'll look forward to that.
I'll tell you guys
Arizona.
offline.
I'll be there in Arizona. You can tell me then.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Charles wants to know, who do you guys like better rest of the season, Nick Lododo or Luis Gil?
Lododo.
Yeah, it's Lodolo for me.
Lodolo.
He's ascending, man. People were bitching about the K's. We had a lot of complaints about Lodolo in this chat across parts of the season because he wasn't striking out enough guys, Mike. But he had that complete game shutout 2 weeks ago against Washington. Looked great. I think it's only going to get better here. The Reds are ascending, trying to battle for a playoff spot here.
Yeah. What do you think, Britton? You like Lodolo over Luis Gil, who does start today?
He does start today. Got activated off the 60-day IL. Luis Gil, the reigning AL Rookie of the Year. But Lodolo's been hot. He's been looking good. So I'm going to stick with Lodolo.
There we go. Let's see here. Going through a couple of these. If I'm missing over you guys, sorry. Chase Burns. Yeah, people are talking about Chase Burns' start being cut short yesterday due to the rain.
Oh,
which sucks. UE wants us to rank these guys in a head-to-head Cats League. A lot of them here. Vaughn, Burnable, Montgomery, Keith Hayes, and Lynn Sosa are any high priority.
How can you not add Coulson Montgomery? Dude's on fire.
Yeah. These guys all seem like ride the wave type guys for me. They're really hot bats. So if I had to pick somebody, I'd go Coulson Montgomery first. Then I'll give you my top three here, Huey. I'd go Montgomery first, Vaughn second, and I'll go Warming Burnable third.
Hell yeah, we are.
The hot. So I don't know if you guys feel differently.
Yeah, I do. I want to say Coulson Montgomery, we haven't talked a lot about him on the show. This guy's a top prospect, and he's been hitting dongs left and right. This guy he wasn't just some guy who came out of nowhere. Coulson Montgomery is one of the top prospects in the White Sox organization. He's up and he's playing and he's cranking dongs. And the White Sox, by the way, 20-game improvement this year already from last year. Amazing. Great job over there. Well done.
Great job.
But I really like Coulson. Rest of the season, this guy has the tools and he's got wide open lane to play all the time. So give me Coulson. I understand Vaughn's hot and Burnable, I guess. Though I still like Colt Keith. The Tigers had a slump, but they came out of that. He's starting to heat up again.
What do you think, Britton? Is it different for you?
Yeah, I'm going Warming Burnable first, just because look at his game log, crazy good. And then I would take Andrew Vaughn, who's also had a resurgence in Milwaukee. It's a good team. He plays every day. I like Coulson Montgomery. He's been on a hot streak. He's had the most home runs in the past week than any other player. But what's interesting about Coulson Montgomery is that, yeah, he's a top prospect in the league. But if you look at his minor league record, he's never been good in any level of the minor leagues. So I guess it's like Einstein. You know, he flunked the 6th grade because he was so bored, like he couldn't do math because it was so rudimentary. Right. So maybe that's Coulson Montgomery. So I guess he got really bored in the minors and didn't care. But now he's a full-blown stud. So
yeah, this is last 2 weeks. 6 dongs. The OBP is only 229, so it's really feast or famine with the power. I do see that. But I really liked him, even though he didn't perform that well in the minors. I think he's got a lot of talent.
I drafted him last year in the Pallazzo podcast draft and hold. And because I was super high on him last year. And obviously he didn't get, I think we saw spurts of him last year, if I recall. But I'm also
bitter?
No, not really. Okay, I am a big Coulson Montgomery fan. Real baseball wise, I was always really pulling for him. Always liked his game. He's one of my more favorite prospects. But at the same time, too, I understand Britton's point as well. But to your point too, Gove, it's also one of those things where you're, like I said earlier when we answer this question, these are all ride the wave type guys. So really, really hard to not ride that Coulson Montgomery wave right now.
Come on, ride the train and ride it up.
Yeah. We need to add
Carpe diem.
All right, so it looks like we got through some questions here. Anybody that who we haven't talked about thus far, I'll start with you, Gove, that you are looking to pick up or recommend that fantasy people pick up for their team starting next week?
Well, so Tyler Locklear got traded at the trade deadline from Seattle to Arizona, and they declared he's our first baseman now. Just lock it in. So that's interesting. But I'm more interested in seeing if some other guys get some opportunities, because this is the Wild West now. It's August, the trade deadline's done, and now it's just like a free-for-all. Players will be just coming up left and right. It's like, hey, let's give this guy a try. Hey, why don't you come up, take a shot at this? And, hey, why don't we move on from you? We'll just DFA you. It's time to go. There's going to be a lot of changes because we already saw it at the deadline. So this is a great time to jump in on the closer market. Like we said, I think some of the lesser-known closers that maybe are worth taking a shot on, Jojo Romero, although I prefer Kyle Leahy. Kyle Leahy's my guy in St. Louis. I'm hoping maybe he can get some saves there if you need some. And I would also look at, maybe I got problems, but I think Phil Matone, I always go back to that Rangers bullpen. I think Phil Matone is going to take that job from Robert Garcia, and they traded for him from St. Louis for a reason. So a couple of closers I'm looking at who are less known. Randy Rodriguez, obviously the flashy big name.
Yeah, I would agree with you on the the Filmatone thing as well, because Robert Garcia has not looked good his past 2 outings, and I believe he got hurt, came out of the game last night.
Back spasm.
Yeah.
So they said it wasn't as serious at all. So he just needs a day off, according to Bochy. He did have 3 saves in the last week prior to that, so we'll see.
Well, he has back-to-back games now where he's given up some runs, so might be an opportunity for at least Matone to get in there and get some opportunities.
They don't have margin for error. You're right about that, Mike. That's true. In fact, this is the margin for error sounder.
There you go. Britton, anybody on your radar that you're looking to pick up outside of Warming Burnell or whatever the hell his last name is?
All right, so we talked about Logan Henderson, who I really like.
Pronounced it correctly, too, by the way, Britton. You crushed it.
Oh, yeah. I've been working on it day and night trying to get that
in front
right.
of the mirror, too?
Part of the mirror. That's
Great job.
Have y'all noticed Aaron Savali for the Chicago White Sox has been pitching very, very, very well? I saw a little breakdown of his pitch sequencing, and they're saying, like, people that actually know what they're talking about, not me, obviously, but other people saying that his pitch sequencing and speed, off-speed stuff is like at an all-time high. He hasn't given up an earned run in his past 3 starts. It is the White Sox, but they've actually been playing better, i.e. Coulson Montgomery for some reason. But so Aaron Savali is probably on your waiver wire, I would bet, because why in the world would anyone want a Chicago White Sox pitcher? But he's been dominating, and he looks good, and it's just all working for him. So I like Aaron Savali as a sneaky pickup if Logan Henderson is already stashed somewhere. But other than that, hey, did y'all notice in beautiful Coors Field, a gentleman by the name of Leover Peguero, boom Acuna. Leover Peguero hit 3 home runs yesterday from the leadoff spot, or was it 2? Maybe I should actually find that out.
Who cares?
Who cares? Y'all don't like Leover?
Come on.
Batting leadoff?
Yes. I mean, Pittsburgh comes to Colorado, and then they go back to bed. But, he's had a good week, so I'll give you that.
It was fun for a minute.
It was 3 home runs. 3 home runs, 5 RBIs. Coors is the gift that keeps on giving, especially in the peak of the heat season right now. Hot summer, hot Coors. People are cranking dongs at an all-time high rate. There's no doubt about it. But I need a clarification here. Isn't Carpe Diem when your buddy can expense the whole night at the Gents Club and claim it was for a client meeting? Yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
You can do that. Isn't that what they do all the time when you go to the Gentlemen's Club? And then wasn't it like somebody for the NFL Players Union that actually looked for reimbursement?
Dude,
he got fired.
We haven't talked about that at all, man.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Bogus shit going on. Yeah. Lloyd, what's his face? He was at that story's crazy. If you want to know more about that, go to Pablo Torre Finds Out. There's some crazy ass shit that's going down, like serious collusion. It's heavy. Check it out. Crazy.
Long story short, be careful with those expense reports.
Company cards. Yeah,
be real careful. Hey, may I get you guys' opinion on 2 players? 2 prospects under the radar got called up. C.J. Kafis for the Cleveland Guardians and Marlins outfielder Jacob Marcy. Nobody's talking about these 2 dudes, but from a prospect standpoint, they have a record of success, and nobody. I don't think anybody's really looked at them all that much. Another one is Alex Freeland for the Dodgers. He got called up. He's hitting well, but he does bat at the bottom of the order. And assumably, Max Muncy's coming back. I think he's about to start a rehab start, so I don't know what will happen to Alex Freeland's.
He already is. Muncy will be back early next week. Freeland will probably get sent down in the corresponding move.
Oh, that's a bummer. He's actually
Star said this 7 minutes ago. So Star, CJ Kafis is the guy we talked to the prospect show a lot too over the last year. I like him a lot.
Yeah. So Guardians power speed, because Stephen Kwan's a free agent, so I think he's going to be gone. But what about Jacob Marcy? Any interest? The Marlins traded Jesus Sanchez, which I think is a good player. He's a 2020 player, but so now they've got some playing time to go around. The Marlins have a guy named Herberto Hernandez.
Oh, there it is.
Y'all know Herb, as I call him.
Yeah. You brought him up before. It's not the first time you mentioned him on the show. You love him.
We got Herbie and Jacob. Any interest, Michael Govier?
Yeah, Jacob Marcy. I believe he had a fun Arizona Fall League in the last year or two. He got hot out there, became more of a name. I love to see him get some playing time here. He's someone to look at in 14 teamers and deeper. Absolutely.
What do you think, Mike V? Do you like Herbie?
I like Akafis probably first out of this group. I think the playing time will probably be more regular for him, and I'm interested to see what he's at. I play in a dynasty league, and he's already owned, which I was bummed about, but because I wanted to take a shot on him, and I need another outfielder. So we'll see. The other guys are kind of just watch list for me, and see how that pans out in terms of the playing time, especially Freeland, who I do think will be sent back down. But if he keeps hitting, and maybe it's maybe an interesting conversation about who moves on, and maybe they cut somebody or option on them. But and then Jacob Marcy, I'll be frank, I don't know much about him, so more. By the way, did you guys ever see Wayne's World? Garth, can I?
That's like, do I breathe?
Yeah, Garth, can I be Frank? He's like, sure, but can I still be Garth?
That's a good Frank one, yeah. Where's Frank at? So
right.
I don't know. Maybe we're just too up our own asses.
You guys are so up your asses.
Maybe we are.
Yeah, so I don't have any thoughts on Jacob Marcy, but yeah, if you play in a deeper league and want to take a shot at him, I think that's fine.
Yeah, Herbie Hernandez, his power metrics look really good. Like, it looks legit. He's DHing today. Marcy is playing center field, batting 6, and then you've got our good friend Otto Lopez batting 5th. Way to go, Otto!
Yeah. Well, I don't know, man. People don't like change necessarily. It could be terrible. It could be terrifying.
How would you feel about making a change? We fear change.
See?
So, a couple guys I wanted to talk about, because this is a Rockies podcast, guys.
Yes.
Real quick, I want to bring up 2 Rockies. Utah, give me 2. I want to talk about 2 of them.
God damn, we're out of control. The Rockies.
Utah.
Wow.
Give me 2.
If Ezekiel Tovar is still out there, I would be looking to add him. He's only 47% owned in Yahoo. He's back and hitting really well. Another guy, Jordan Beck, who's in the 20s. I think his roster percentage is 21%. So
you never let it go, do you?
I don't. But I think this is the guy you need to own moving forward. He's hitting
Mustad.
He blew up Paul Skeens yesterday. Mustad.
With a stock and a shoe, home run and a stolen base. He's been hitting well, and he's been batting 3rd or 4th. So, and he gets another 3-game set against Toronto at home for the Rockies. So both of those 2 guys I'd be looking to add, especially if you need an outfielder.
No one's mentioning Alex Freeland, who got called up by the Dodgers. Is there just too many players in that team for him to be relevant?
We just talked about him. Britton brought him up in that combo.
Am I on the show? Am I on this show right now? Am I here?
But we talked about it with Max Muncy rehabbing.
It was so interesting. Michael Govier immediately forgot it. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm reading the comments here, looking at buttons.
Right.
He says Wayne's World. You know what happened is he said Wayne's World, so then I went to my drops list, and I started looking for any Wayne's World drops, and I found the We Fear Change. So while he was talking about Alex Freeland, I didn't hear any actual words. I just heard a sound in the background. So I
like the Charlie Brown when adults talk sound.
Right.
I
got to give, that's exact, well, yeah, it's like that. I got to give Brian credit here, though. I just read that Tommy Edman rolled an ankle and left the game, so Freeland may stay up. Run a check to be sure. You got it, buddy.
So you better run a check.
There you go. We'll run that check. Keep it
Michael
fresh.
Govier, Alex Freeland is up for bid in our auto new league.
Oh, I'm gonna get over there right now. Okay,
Go
good
there
call.
and check it out if you're into some, and Herbie too. If you want,
Better run a check on your waiver wire, guys.
So you better run a check.
Unless you're Mike V at TGFPI.
Exactly.
Oh,
Then you
there
don't
it
need to
is.
check. I've already
There it
wrecked
is.
my. Let's talk about this. I've already wrecked myself, so I can't check.
So you better run a check.
Well, you wrecked
Tricks
yourself.
like
You're right.
you is
Right.
bad for my health.
But once
Yeah.
you're already wrecked, can you check?
No,
It's done.
it's too late. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's done. You're right. It is done.
That's my thought. Let's see here. There's another question I wanted to address. Somebody brought it up. Where'd you go?
Where are you? What are you doing?
No, now I lost.
Was it the relief pitcher one? This one? No.
Yes, sorry. Best RP to add post-trade deadline: Dennis Santana of the Pittsburgh Pirates or Randy Rodriguez or someone else. It's for me, it's Randy Rodriguez. It's not particularly
Yes.
close here at UE. I think the guys would agree. biggest bump. The writing was on the wall for him to be the closer, especially with Duvall moving out. It had to be him. Electric fastball. He kind of reminds me a lot like Camilo Duvall, just in terms of stuff. So it makes complete sense for him to slide into that role. Although I do think Dennis Santana, even though he got lit up the other night, I do think Dennis Santana is a good ad as well. He's been pretty rock solid. If you take out
Jojo Romero too. He's been good for about a month or two now. So for the Cardinals, I like him. If you can't get Randy Rodriguez or Dennis Santana, I would definitely check on Jojo Romero for the Cards.
I still prefer Kyle Leahy in that bullpen, just for the record, but I think Rodriguez is the no-brainer here. It's not even up for debate. What happened there? Santana gave up like 4 or 5 earned runs, and Colorado was down 9-0 in the first, and they came back and won or something.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That was bad.
It's wild shit out there. It's crazy. It's a Wild West.
You know who walked it off? You know who walked it off that game too?
Warming Bernabel?
No.
Jordan Beck, go Vols!
No. Wasn't Jordan Beck. It was Brenton Doyle who hit the dong.
Some guy commented on our YouTube video on the. This always comes up throughout the season. Whenever something happens, one of those bust videos I made, some guy commented on the Brenton Doyle bust video last night that said, "I just won $900 thanks to him." Okay, great. One DFS night, sure. That doesn't. A bust is a season-long thing. So congratulations on the $900, my friend. But
never change, YouTube. Never ever change.
Doyle rule.
I know you just gotta accept it. Like someone's gonna be pissed, someone's gonna needle you on one thing, and that's just how it goes. Because you know what, guys, you cannot please everyone, and that's okay. You shouldn't please everyone. We're gonna disagree on things, and that's why this is America.
The James Bond is making a big comeback. The writer of Peaky Blinders is writing the new James Bond movie. Trivia question: what kind of car did James Bond drive?
Aston Martin?
Correct. Also, nailed
Wow.
it. Also, Austin Martin for the Twins, batting leadoff any day.
Nice segue.
Go Vandy. Any
Vandy,
interest in
yeah.
Austin Martin?
I don't-
He's a post.
Yeah, he would.
Post. Keep going, baby.
Okay. Yeah, if something cool happens, great, then I'll take a look. But yeah, if he's leading off, you got it. It's like you always say, three's a
He leads
magic
off
number. He's in
every
the
day
top
for
3.
Twins. Yeah.
Yeah, that matters. You're right. It does.
Gov, I want to get your take on this being the Tigers guy here with Vest getting hammered this past couple of weeks, and it looks like
He looked terrible the other day.
Yeah, Kyle Finnegan got the save here. What are we doing in the Detroit bullpen?
Go Tigers.
They didn't get Kyle Finnegan for him not to close. I just don't buy it. And if Finnegan falls apart, then they'll do their mix and match thing. But I think he's the man now. They needed someone else. The best they could do was Finnegan. He's not dominant, but he knows how to save games. He's just got that magic touch, like Robert Suarez. They're not overly dominant closers, but man, they just have the mental fortitude to throw strikes and let their defense take care of business. So, and especially in that ballpark, and their defense is pretty good in Detroit. Could be a little better, but it's just Finnegan all day now. I'd be done with Vest, in my opinion.
I think you can drop Vest, like just straight up drop. Like you don't need to hang on to him. I bet Finnegan ends up top 5 in saves at the end of the year. That's just what he does. It's weird.
Do we really feel confident? I'm interested to hear y'all's take on this too, because like Kyle Finnegan is a rock solid reliever. Nobody wanted this guy, and then the Nats signed him back, and then he gets moved. As a Tigers fan, real life, not fantasy, real life, do you feel confident in Kyle Finnegan being your 9th inning guy, ALCS Game 7? Like, does Kyle Finnegan strike you as a guy that comes in and strikes fear into hitters?
I always thought this guy was a ticking time bomb in real life, and I just never understood it, but he's kind of won me over the last couple of years because he's just been so damn consistent. Maybe it's a low-pressure situation. Washington's never had anything to play for. Will Finnegan be clutch in clutch situations? That's a fair question to ask. I am a little concerned. I feel like, they added Paul Sewald, too, and the guy's hurt. So I don't even know how that plays out. But they also have a billion starters like coming back that they could use in their bullpen if it doesn't work out with Finnegan. So I'm a little concerned to see how he does in really clutch playoff situations. That's my only concern with Finnegan. Otherwise, I do trust him.
Let's do a Kyle Finnegan trivia question. Ooh, we're really doing the trivia. All right, so 2023, he was the closer for the Nats. 2024, obviously, and now 2025. How many, without going over, so we're going to do this.
Price is Right style.
Price is Right style. Thank you very much. The best game show ever made. Price is Right.
That'd be good more too.
Bob
Bob Barker. Rest in peace.
How many saves has Kyle Finnegan got in the past 3 years, 2023, 2024, and then this year. Over, under, don't go over, because then you lose. Okay, Mike V, you go first. How many saves does Kyle Finnegan have in these past 3 years? No peeking, no look-see.
I'm going to go 62.
Michael Govier.
I'm going to go 77.
87 saves. 87!
Hey!
Michael Govier, you will be in the Showcase Showdown where you can win more. A camper.
Oh my God!
A pickup truck.
I can spin that wheel. Ceramic. Star Platinum wants to get on the record. Vest is a better pitcher than Finnegan. Vest needs a breather. So he's saying don't cut him, just put him on your bench.
I don't know if I disagree with that. I'm kind of in Star's boat here because me personally, I think Vest is the better pitcher as well. I know they went out and got Finnegan. I do agree with your point, Gove, that they didn't go out to get him to not be the closer. But outside of the past couple of games, Vest has looked pretty good in that role. So, you know, who do you think has the better stuff, Vest or Finnegan?
Oh, it's Vest without a doubt.
Yes.
His stuff is better, but
stuff
is great, but his stuff got blown up yesterday. Like you know, Finnegan
get it done.
Finnegan came and saved him. That's what happened.
Yeah. That's what he does.
Did I fire a shot at your Tigers?
No, Adam's just talking shit. He said trying to have some fun here. And he also now Charlie really wants to piss you off. Mike V, are you upset about Charlie Morton getting moved to those same Tigers?
Hell no, man.
Tigers.
Good riddance.
Charlie
I'm
Morton.
glad.
Starting tonight on Sunday Night Baseball, Charlie Morton for the Detroit Tigers. Guys, I'm telling you now, Charlie Morton, rest of season in the hands of the Tigers pitching coach. It's pure gold, man. That park, everything. It's going to be wonderful. I think Charlie Morton is a must add. I really do. He's a part of this rotation now. He's a veteran. It was just a perfect match, in my opinion. It was the best trade the Tigers made by far at the deadline.
You know what this is giving me, a PTSD on?
What is it?
Jack Flaherty. Like, this has very Jack Flaherty vibe to it.
No. Yeah.
Jack Flaherty's actually starting to pitch well, too, ironically.
You mean like when the Orioles traded for him and it didn't work out?
Well, yeah, but he went to the Orioles, and then he went to you guys for the Tigers. That's why I had such sour grapes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that story. Yeah. One last point from Star. Maybe Vest didn't pitch well because he didn't come in for the save, and the adrenaline is not up. Yeah, well, I mean, but there's been more than one example lately of him not pitching that great, right? So just saying. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe he doesn't.
Well, he blew the save Friday, too. And then I guess he didn't blow anything. He just didn't pitch well Saturday. So,
He blew nothing. Actually, if you look at the last 2 weeks, 8.31 ERA. Last month, 5.19 ERA. Remember, that's a closer, so it's only 8 innings, so it's very low. Still 11 Ks in 8 innings, but the ratios are bad over the last 30 days.
Yeah, agreed. I think I would agree with both takes that Finnegan and Vest should probably be owned. I probably wouldn't own both of them on one team, but if one of them is floating around on your waiver wire, I don't mind taking a shot on either one of them. So.
This is getting rough
can we
now.
talk about the Tigers a teeny bit more? Casey Mize looks like
not good.
The man has hit the wall, it looks like.
Yeah, I told you guys. I mean, not to say I told you so, but I knew that it was going to fall apart eventually here. It's sad because I want him to dominate for the Tigers. I want him to be good, but he's just not a consistent enough guy, and he doesn't miss enough bats like he should, especially for a number 1 pick. That ship has sailed. I get that. But I'd move on. I'm kind of done with Mize, in my opinion, too, because this is like his most productive year, and it's taken a lot out of him. I don't know how much is left in the tank. I really don't.
The Tigers, though, they're in good shape because, I mean, the next team behind them is the Guardians, and they're not making a run, know?
Guys, I mean, I haven't had a chance to talk to you guys. This is insane. To me, this betting thing in Cleveland is crazy.
Oh, yeah.
This is like the story. Britton's been doing. I've been watching Britton on the show recently, and he's been trying to set Mike up for some hot takes. I'm enjoying those segments. But this is like, to me, it's like the Black Sox type shit. This is more than one guy. There's multiple pitchers involved. Both their lockers were cleared out over the weekend. Ortiz and Clase, they're done. They're done. I dropped Ortiz the moment it happened. I knew, like, there's no coming back from this. It's a gambling investigation. It's not unfortunately, I don't know, a domestic violence or whatever other thing you want to try to compare it to where they are arbitrarily making choices and how long you got to sit out. Gambling is off limits. And this is wild shit to me. This is like the story of the year. And I I actually think this should be talked about more. I'm sure it's been covered a lot, but man, that's crazy.
Yeah, you're right. That's totally been swept under the rug. These are pitchers that were actively trying to throw balls, during a Major League Baseball game, that were trying to achieve a result that hurt their team. I know it's one pitch, right?
Right.
But
still, yeah.
where does that sliding scale end? You're right, Michael Govier. They don't really talk about it. Maybe that's by design, but
of course,
yeah. This is a huge thing. I mean, Emmanuel Clase led the league in saves for like the past 3 years, and now he's crossed that line.
It's over.
Yeah.
You think it's over? Like neither of these guys will play baseball ever again? Over or just done for the season and fine?
No, I think they're done.
Yeah, I never knew how that works out with baseball.
They're going to be say hello to the KBO for those guys. I don't think.
Yeah, Bauer World.
Yeah.
Jonte Porter of the NBA last year was busted, and he's out for life. So there's an example of recent press.
Yeah, you just can't. You got to make an example of these guys. Like you have to say that you can't do that. You can't change the way a game is played. For gambling reasons, that's the one thing you can't do. You can go rob a bank with a gun and get banned for 3 years and go to counseling or whatever, but you can't gamble.
I think the reason why it probably is not talked about nearly enough is because it's not so taboo as it once was. Like gambling is widely accepted everywhere now, and people are like, who gives a shit? You know what I mean? Like it's legal. Sports betting is legal in almost all states now, except for a handful. So maybe that's why, and maybe it's just because a player did it, and people are like, yeah. Whatever.
Mike, you're not that naive, Mike. Come on, baseball doesn't want this talked about. They want it swept under the rug.
Exactly. Right.
They got so many deals with all these companies. Like I did the Cleveland Funny video last week, and there's video shows all these ads at all these different stadiums, DraftKings, FanDuel, MGM Bet. It's just everywhere all the time now, and they want that money, and they don't want the players jeopardizing that. Also, you can murder someone and still come back to play football. I think there's been some cases of this. Maybe manslaughter is a better term. Oh boy, now here we go. Now we're digging in deep.
He was drenched in blood.
Point is, you could probably manslaughter someone and still play, but you can't gamble. That's the world we live in.
Hey. Apparently. You can't gamble, guys. That's what it comes down to. All right. So, sorry.
I think it's funny too. Like MLB Central, that the morning show, I really enjoy it. And they'll do a segment saying, "Here's my parlay for the day."
Yep. Oh yeah, it's standard. They Mike's right. It's part of the game. It's part of the game now. There's no doubt about it. But there's a line. So yeah, maybe Class A intentionally blew a save in the LCS. Or oh boy, now we're going down a rabbit hole.
What's crazy is that there's probably a lot more of this going on that just hasn't been dug up yet either. Not just with Cleveland. I'm talking about with other teams. So.
Well, the only reason they caught it is because there was so much money bet on this one pitch. It was such a spike outlier that it set off all these these bells. Like that's why they caught it, because there was a huge spike in money, and then it happened again. If it just happened that once with but the same pitcher did it twice. So that's why they did it. That's why they caught him. It wasn't any reason other than it was just super suspicious that one of your pitches, got $10 million bet on it from some offshore company, whereas so that somebody got greedy.
Yeah. Here's the last thing I'll say. We'll move on. Star saying Bryce Harper said the players are ready to set out 162 games if they have a salary cap. Yeah, he told Rob Manfred to get the fuck out of his clubhouse recently when he brought it up, because Rob Manfred was apparently going around on this tour of the clubhouses for solidarity with the players. I don't want to bum you guys out, but I want you to hear this now on the record. I'm going to lock it in. I'm going to hit the button. Sadly, when the CBA ends after the 2026 season, we're going to have a major lockout, a very sad major lockout. It's going to suck, because the NBA kind of got a salary cap recently, and MLB's like, dude, we need that. We'll sit out 2 years. We're the owners. We're sitting on billions. We can sit here as long as we want. So my point is, let's cherish the baseball we have now and next season. I'm going to cherish every day, because it's all at risk after 2026.
Speaking of Bryce Harper, did you guys, in our group chat, I sent a video of Bryce Harper walking through the dugout, and one of his little handshakes with one of his players is he kind of does like a little cup of the balls to one of his teammates, and they both do it at the same time. It's not shaking hands. They both grab at the crotch reel region of each other, which is so
a cup
weird.
of soup? Sure it's not cup of soup?
They just go up places and they just touch each other just ever so gently. It was a gentle caress.
I love it.
That's
playing grab ass, Mike, at its finest.
Yeah. I mean, they both do it like it's nothing. Go up in our group chat and check it out. John Boy Media posted it. They're in the dugout.
Great job.
Doing it. Not a high five, not a handshake. Let's just touch each other. It was weird.
I love it.
Real quick, because we have about 10 minutes. A couple other guys. These guys aren't available, but I do want to bring these guys up as talking points. A guy who's been heating up recently, Christian Walker. We might be into Christian Walker season here, fellas. A lot of people were looking to drop him. He's hitting 296 over the past month with 5 dongs and 19 RBIs. He looks good. And then I also want to give a shout out to go for Augustine Ramirez.
Gus.
Man, he's been good. I mean, he's not just hitting dongs, guys. He's stealing bases, too, as a catcher. You know, I think he had 2 stolen bases the other day. Yeah. August 1st. He had 2 stolen bases. And the very next game, he had a double dong. So, and the Marlins are hot. But this guy's hitting 260 from the catcher position, 260, 3 homers, 8 RBIs, 4 stolen bases.
It's like gold.
Yeah.
Get these numbers at a catcher position.
Yeah, he's going to end up the year like a top 5 catcher. I mean, obviously Kyle Riley's number 1 with the moonshot, but Gus has been great. That was a great call.
Yeah, I love it.
One of the I remember this about Augustine. There was a guy on Twitter earlier in the season when Augustine first came up, and he had that 4 home run week his first week. It was very exciting. It skyrocketed his fab price that weekend, unfortunately. But the guy said, rest of season, Yainer Diaz or Augustine Ramirez. And it was really tough for me because Yainer was stinking it up at that point. But now he's got like 16 dongs. He's playing better. So that was just kind of fun to go look back at that now to see where we are with both those players. But Augustine is right there with Yainer. I don't think it's really a flip a coin, isn't it? Or maybe it's the X factor is the steals for Augustine. I don't know.
I was going to say that's the X factor for me. If I had to pick now and you asked me that question, I'm still going Ramirez just because of the fact that if he hits higher in the lineup and he steals bases, and he qualifies at first base too. So he's got in Yahoo at least. So he qualifies at two different positions, and he's in the lineup most days. So
how'd they get Augustine Ramirez? They traded for him,
Yankees.
Right?
Yeah, the Chaz Chisholm deal, I believe.
Yep.
Your boy.
Yep.
Jazz.
Smooth Jazz.
Anybody else? I know we're coming up on time here. Oh, I'm going to bring this up real quick. Chad says, don't look now, but Shea Langoliers is also red hot. Yes. Love that call, too. Little preview for the 2026 season. Maybe a little lazy comp here. He's going to be the 2026 version of Cal Raleigh. Shea Langoliers, lock me in.
You got it. No one's ever going to do what he's done ever again.
Yeah.
But he's got power like Cal. There is a progression there that I see, and Britton's been talking about it all year. He loves Langoliers. He got hurt, but he still has 19 dongs despite missing time.
Yeah, the Athletics are going to be a fun team to watch in these next couple of years, especially with Leo DeVry there now, Jack Wilson, Nick Kurtz, Shea Langoliers, Brent Rooker.
Oh, Angelo agrees with you. Yeah, A's are fun to watch.
Yeah, yep,
yeah.
Anybody wants to talk about? We got about 5 minutes left. If you guys got questions, drop them in the live chat. But fellas, anybody else we want to talk about?
Must add. Who is must add? We need your must adds now. Get them on the record. We got 5 minutes to go. Call now. 1-800-MUST-ADD.
I don't care about your credit. I care about you.
That's right, David. Just because you had 3 houses during the mortgage crisis, who gives a shit? That's old news. We're moving on.
What's a couple bankruptcies between friends? Who cares? Hey, new start.
You can have this ATV.
Yeah.
Okay, so all jokes aside, Tyler Locklear is still someone to look at. I still like Adrian Del Castillo. I know he hasn't been super great so far, but this is a great time to add because nobody really cares. If you need a catcher, if you're desperate, pick up ADC and take him for a spin. I think there's more on the bone there. I would also say, your guy, JJ Bleday's back up, Britton. You think he's going to get some run there?
No.
Wow, that was the most.
I really don't.
That was the briefest answer Britton's ever given. Let me lock that in.
He's been terrible. I wish him the best, but he's been terrible. No, my guy to pick up, of course, has got to be Warming Bernabel.
There it is. Okay.
Must add.
Ballesteros was called up by the Cubs. I don't know how much he can play though with the Cubs. Like where the playing time might be. He's got. Yeah, no, that's a no.
Yeah.
Andujar's in Cincinnati, right? He got traded to the Reds, I believe, from the A's. Miguel Andujar. That's a great park for him to hit in.
Yes.
They got Cabrian Hayes there now too. So I'm same thing. I don't know where he plays.
Oh, I'm glad you mentioned that. This is a much better park for Hayes. I know Hayes is perpetually depressing. He'll get you like 10 steals a year, hit 250, no power really, but he plays great defense, so they want him in the lineup every day. Noelve Marte is going to go to the outfield. And in that ballpark, Hayes could get a bump and also could be happier. He's not in Pittsburgh anymore. I'm looking at Hayes thinking maybe he could do a bit more offensively down the stretch.
Yeah, it's funny. I like Ke'Bryan Hayes. He's so good defensively, but ironically, in his first game as a Red, he immediately gave up an error in the first game. He did like this Olay thing, and the ball just went back into the outfield.
Classic.
he
did hit a dong though. He had a 3-run dong the other day against Atlanta, so that's fun. That was, just saying.
He was up his own ass. That's what happened in that first game.
Is that what happened? God damn it! I got rid of the button for the fear change button. Now I got it.
Yeah, Ke'Bryan Hayes, they bat him 9th, which kind of sucks.
That does suck.
That limits his plate appearances.
I mean, what kind of guys do you roster who hit 9th? Like, is it because they get steals? Maybe that's it. Or, I mean,
like
right.
Chandler Simpson. Yeah, I don't care where he bats because if he gets on base, he's going to steal a couple bags. So.
Well, now I feel bad. So
That's spoken like a true asshole.
Yeah, that's me. I'm the asshole. So.
Real quick, take a couple more questions here. Fantasy Sports. Riley's out of the game with an abdominal injury. Was he on the IL earlier with the same
Who's
issue?
this?
Austin Riley. He left the game today with an abdominal injury. Yeah.
Oh.
Probably getting an extended look here on the IL with the Braves not needing to or not going to make the playoffs, it looks like. If you have Austin Riley, be prepared to be out with him for a little longer than you'd like. Charles wants to know when Yuri will get shut down. Any strong thoughts here?
Well, we know what Britton will say.
No, I'm back. I'm back.
Oh, you're back?
I'm back.
Wow.
Yuri Perez is awesome. He's taking so well. I love it.
Wow. See, that's how you do it, folks. You don't just stick to an opinion until you're deaf. You got to be able to change because you could get production. I love it, Britton. Great call.
He looks great.
What about Luis Robert, though? Are you changing your mind on that?
No, come on, man. Don't derail the last few minutes of the show we got by bringing him up. We know how that goes. By the way, he didn't get traded to the Phillies, Mike. I'm sorry. I really thought it was going to happen this year, but it did not happen. Sorry.
All I could see when the deadline was going on is Britton looking at me in the camera going, no one wants him.
As far as Yuri getting shut down, I know Mike Virginia's been on this train all year, right? I figured they let him throw another 6 or 7 starts. Maybe they shut him down in September. I think he's good for August.
Yeah, they're making a run, man. They're not out of it. They're not out of a wild card spot. Let's go, Marlins.
Where are they? Yeah, what's their record now? They are wow. 1 game under 500.
There you go. Let's go, Marlins. Fish.
Can you really shut down Yuri Perez if they're 1 game under 500? I don't know.
You know what's going to happen is that Miami, the owner is going to move the team to Nashville, and then I'm going to become the Yuri Perez super fan.
I hope that happens. I will fly to the first game. I'll be there opening day. Yeah, he'll be the opening day starter. We'll do a whole video. It'd be great.
Y'all come into Nashville for opening day for the Nashville Marlins. I'll wear
2028.
2028. I'll wear my Yuri Perez jersey, and Mike V has to wear his Kyle Stowers Nashville jersey.
Ooh. By the way, he'll only be like 26 or 25 in 2028. He's so young.
Yeah,
I want to come and watch Britton throw out the first pitch too after a couple Miller Lite.
We need a movement. Britton Allan needs to throw out the first pitch at a Nashville Sounds game in the next year. Everyone, there should be a social media campaign. Make this go viral. That man should be throwing out the first pitch at a Nashville Sounds game. Everybody, start making this happen. Start adding the Nashville Sounds on every social media. Let's make this happen now.
I follow the Nashville Sounds, but
let's do it. We can make this happen. We're the Pallazzo podcast. We're a big deal.
He's already
Pallazzo's own Britton Allan.
He's already been on MLB Network.
Brian Kenny and I are like this.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's crank out a couple of these and get the hell out of here. Who wins the American League West? I say the Mariners.
Mariners.
I say the Rangers.
Ooh, I say the Seattle Mariners, and Kyle Raleigh is the MVP.
No one's picking the
Astros. IL. That's a very good possibility.
Star Platinum went to the Marlins original opening day. Wow, like the original opening year? That's amazing. Falter gets the Red Sox and the Twins. Should be a monster stat padding week for the new Casey rule. Yeah, is there any quick 2 starters you like, Mike? We didn't really mention those, did we?
No, I did not. I would be honest. I don't even know where to get my content or my info from now because apparently it's all wrong. So
because it's all jumbled. Did the trade deadline make things different? more difficult?
That's actually probably a really sound point because I'm sure there's some guys that haven't been named yet that will probably get 2 starts. So
yeah, like I know somebody last night in the chat I was in. Add Emmett Sheehan if you're desperate for a starting pitcher. Says F was looking who's starting Tuesday for the Twins, and they was hoping that Taj Bradley would get called up, but apparently he's going to stay at AAA for now, even though they traded for him.
That makes sense. I mean, he needs work, so he's got to work on some shit. Maybe they think he's better to clear his head down in AAA before he goes back up. So
okay. Well, there you go. Falter and Hauser. Hauser's a Ray now. He did get traded. He's a guy I've been telling you guys about. I know it's been kind of like, well, how does this guy doing what he's done? It's the Johnny Cueto of a couple of years ago. I've said that many times. But now he's on the Rays. They got something to play for. I don't know. Maybe he'll be terrible because there was less pressure in Chicago. We'll see. It's also a much worse ballpark to pitch in at home.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Well, that's going to do it for us, guys. Appreciate everyone jumping on to the live chat and asking all your questions. If you don't know, we have a Discord that you guys can jump in and ask more questions if you'd like. There's tons of other great people in there who can answer them. Myself, Michael, as well as Britton, all have our own channels. Make sure you guys get in there, ask away. There's tons of people in there as well, like I said, that can help you. Hit us up on Twitter. Follow me at _MikeVA. Britton Allan down here in the yellow bubble.
Utah, give me 2.
2 T's, 2 L's, Britton Allan, and then at MJ Govier. Don't forget to follow and like, subscribe, Pallazzo Podcast YouTube channel. You guys know the deal. You guys have been great.
Utah, give me 2.
And since we didn't do a Friday show, guys, can we end this shit with the master and commander himself?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
Absolutely.
Thank you guys very much. Have a great rest of the Sunday. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Later.
Right, lads. Now, I know there's not a faint heart among you. And I know you're as anxious as I am to get into close action. But we must bring him right up beside us before we spring this trap. That will test our nerve. And discipline will count just as much as courage. The Acheron is a tough nut to crack. More than twice our guns, more than twice our numbers. And they will sell their lives dearly. They mean to take us as a prize. And we are worth more to them undamaged. Their greed will be their downfall. England is under threat of invasion. And though we be on the far side of the world, this ship is our home. This ship is England. So it's every hand to his rope or gun, quick's the word and sharp's the action. After all, surprise is on our side.